All right, it's about 3 p.m. now on a Monday afternoon, and we're starting to see the outer edges of the hurricane starting to come in. You can see it already raining out there. Well, I'm going to see my back porch flooded there if I'm not careful. You can already see that water ponding up over there. Okay, I decided to walk outside right now, and you can see we're really not seeing a whole lot as far as the rainfall. I can see it kind of coming down a little bit, but yeah, here's what the skies look like. And I went ahead and took my chairs in that go out here to my table just because I don't want them out here in case they get blown around. But yeah, this is what we can expect during a hurricane. Now, you'll have a few minutes of calm like this, and then the rain will pick up in a little bit, and that's pretty much to be expected when we're going through something like this. But yeah, you can see it's a nasty, drizzly day. It's starting to get dark as well. Alright, just kind of showcasing a little bit just as it gets dark here. You can see that we get a few gusts of wind every once in a while. This is drizzling just a little bit. Got some rain that's actually blowing sideways out here. But you can see there my tree there is starting to bend back and forth. And this really isn't the worst of it, so I mean this is pretty mild compared to probably what it'll be a little bit later on as the eye wall gets closer. But you can see my neighbor's flag over there. You can see it kind of moving a little bit. But we start getting some gust every once in a while, like what we're seeing right now, and it comes and goes. One minute it'll be calm, and next it'll start seeing some gusty winds. But I'm gonna head on inside because it is starting to rain, and we'll be documenting more throughout the evening. Alright, it's a little after 10 o'clock now on Monday evening. I don't know if you can really see this or not, but we're getting some of the high winds and the rainfall coming in right now. I don't know if you can see that all the way out there in the street or not. You see that rain kind of blowing sideways. And this is normal. I mean, this is pretty typical. You can see where the water has come up on the mat here at my front door. And I get to drive to work in this in a couple hours. Isn't that going to be fun? And here we go. Here's a look out back now. You can see the water coming down pretty heavy. I think my plants are loving that though. Alright, we're now driving through the worst of the tropical storm, and I have just come through some ponding on this roadway here. I mean, it's pretty bad to see the water splash up on the top of the van here. But anyway, it's about 11:40 now, and I'm on my way to work tonight. And the rain's coming down heavy at times, but like right now it's not really coming down a whole lot. But again, we'll be seeing that occurring. You see how that water's kind of just blowing sideways there a little bit. So that's that's kind of to be expected when you have a tropical storm or hurricane coming inshore. Alright, as you can see, the power is still on around most of Pensacola. I think that I saw the news, they said that I think there were like 1,900 people that were without power, so we've actually dodged a bullet as far as that goes. But not a whole lot of people out on the roadways. Usually there's not a whole lot this time of night anyway, but it looks like people have been heeding the warning on staying in. And well, if I didn't have to go to work, I'd probably be staying in myself. But yeah, I have noticed the roads really ponding, and we've had some reports of roads even being washed out. But you can see, don't try to drive fast on this. It would be very easy for the car to hydroplane, as you can see. So I mean, the speed limit down through here is 45, and I'm doing about 40 right now. And yeah, it's always the main thing to make sure you just be careful. That's the most important thing. But yeah, it looks like pretty much a ghost town around here. Alright, I don't know how well you can see this or not, but I'm in my van right now. We're going over the causeway and actually going over a bridge. This was the bridge I was telling you about earlier this morning when I was on my way home. When it was getting daylight, I was telling you this is the bridge I came across when Hurricane Katrina was coming in, watching the water come across the rails. Well, it's pretty windy out here right now. I mean, I'm in my van that's top heavy, and this is why they say don't try to drive over the bridges whenever you got the strong winds. Now, we're not really at that point yet. I mean, they usually say that when the winds reach a sustained 45 miles per hour, they close the bridges down, not let you go across them. We're not anywhere near 45 mile per hour winds, but I can actually see why they would impose that, because, I don't know, I'm guessing maybe the winds may be gusting up to maybe, I don't know, 30, 35 right now, something like that. That's just a rough guess. But, yeah, I can definitely feel it pulling on my van as I'm driving down the road here. So, yeah, that's kind of why they tell you that. And that's always, a big thing. A lot of people don't really heed those warnings too much, and, they end up losing their lives over it. So that's that's the unfortunate thing that happens sometimes. Okay, it's about 12:30 in the morning on November the 10th, Tuesday morning, and the storm still hasn't made landfall yet. It's just off the coastline. Probably will be making landfall within the next couple of hours, I would imagine. But I'm at work right now, and I just want to show you our parking lot, what we're having to deal with here. Now, first of all, look at all that water out there that's ponding in the parking lot. It makes it look almost like a lake, and that's what a lot of the roads look like, and that's why they're advising people not to be out driving, because you could really hydroplane pretty quickly in something like that. But anyway, look at the rainfall coming down. You can see it's kind of blowing sideways a little bit, and this is just kind of a steady rainfall right now. It was raining a little bit harder a few minutes ago, but again, this is what we're going to be expecting throughout the storm and throughout the morning. As it becomes apparent that the storm is making landfall. You can hear the wind gust. We'll get a pretty good gust of wind every once in a while. But I'm just glad I got a porch right here that I can stand under to be able to show you these images of what a tropical storm looks like. See, there we go. There comes some of the rain beginning to blow sideways now as we start getting some gusts of wind. Okay, it's almost 5 o'clock in the morning now on Tuesday morning, and a far cry from what we were seeing about 5 hours ago when I was out here. But I'm outside in the parking lot right now, and well, the rain's pretty much stopped. I mean, we saw some winds coming through a little while ago, and it was raining sideways, but it's not raining right now. The center of the storm hasn't made landfall yet, but it probably will be within the next hour or so. But I was looking at the radar, it looks like it's pretty much disintegrating. So anyway, hopefully we've seen the last, or the worst rather, of this storm, but we'll have to wait and see on that. But probably we'll still see a few more rain bands come in, but for the most part, this storm really wasn't much of anything, and that's really kind of what we were expecting. Okay, it's about 9 o'clock in the morning now. Actually, it's about 10 minutes after 9, and just got the update from the National Hurricane Center, and Ida is pretty much no more. It's a tropical depression with about 35-mile-per-hour winds now, so it really weakened pretty fast. And right now, we're just seeing a few little light showers around, but this is pretty much what we're going to see all day long. Just a little bit of light rain as the day goes on, and kind of a little bit of a mist and maybe a shower here and there. But for the most part, most of it is moved on out of the area. So yeah, good day to sleep, that's for sure. I had to work until 9 o'clock this morning because I worked at one radio station from midnight to 6, then I walked down the hallway and worked at another one until 9 just to cover the storm. So that's why I'm getting off a little bit later this morning than I normally do. So anyway, I'm going to head home and get some sleep, and looks like it's going to be a perfect day to do that. And I'll record a final wrap on the tropical storm later on this afternoon.